Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. If we don't know each other already, now you know me, and if we know each other, then welcome back. Okay, so in today's video, I am talking about a couple of palettes that I think are worth talking about, because, you know, why not share good information if you have some? Okay, and before I start, what do you guys think of this lipstick? I'm trying out a new product right now. It is the Tarte in the color Bikini. It's like their Tarte Splash. Sea of the Splash Rainforesty. That's what it is. What do you guys think? A very bright color. I think it looks so pretty. Let's see if it's yeah, definitely not kiss proof. So if you wear this lipstick, then you know, keep it to yourself, because if you kiss anybody, then it's gonna show. Alright, anyways. So in today's video, I'm talking about 5 palettes that I personally like a lot. I've been using it a lot, and so I figured why not share what I think is good, especially with the holidays coming up, and you want to know what palettes are good to use, safe to use, and kind of like, you know, you can fall back on. You can't go wrong with these palettes. Again, my own personal opinion, so if you don't agree with me, that's fine. You know, everyone has the rights to their own opinion, so yeah. These are my opinions, so, you know, don't get your feelings hurt or whatever. Okay, so the first palette I'm going to talk about is an old school palette. Old school. When I say old school, I mean people who have this palette are probably around my age, give or take a little bit, alright? So, this is the Naked Urban Decay palette. The first, the original. And I have talked about this palette in, you know, my previous videos, so if you watched that video, thank you. If you haven't, maybe I'll link it down below so you can watch that as well. So this is the Urban Decay, their first palette that came out. And the colors looks like that. And yes, some of them are non-existent because I've been using it that much. That is how much I love this palette. I mean, I love this palette so much so that I was afraid that it might run out, that I picked up another one a while back. So I have 2, and I plan on using both of them, all of them. The colors are gorgeous. You can't go wrong with them. They're warm tone colors. They're neutral colors. There are some, definitely several or a few matte colors, but the majority of it is shimmer or shiny colors, which I do like personally, and especially for the holidays, a little bit of glitz and glam doesn't hurt anyone. So if you don't have one of these, I do recommend this. It is old school, so you can still, I'm pretty sure you can still pick it up at Sephora or maybe even Ulta. You can go to your store and check it out or call them up, look at their website. You do your research, do your thing. But yeah, I do recommend this. Alright, the next one I have is also neutral colors, and because for me, neutral color palettes are just a safe zone. Yes, they are everyday colors, everyday palettes, but then if I'm going to buy a palette, although having fun, exciting colors are fun and exciting, personally, I would like to have colors, or I would like to have a palette that I can use more so every day, only because if I'm going to get a palette that I can't really use every day, then what's the point of it? I do have some palettes where there's a bunch of bright, fun colors, and I love them. They are gorgeous, but if you're playing it safe, neutral colors, you know, that's the way to go. Again, in my own opinion. Okay, so the next palette that I have is the Smashbox Full Exposure, and that is what it looks like. And then if you open it up, again, I have dived into this palette plenty of times, but a bunch of neutral colors. And this has a bottom row of beautiful matte colors and then a top row of nice shimmer colors. Again, just so you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, so if you can't, or not can't, but if you aren't up to getting the Naked palette, then this is another palette where it's warm tones and neutrals that I do recommend, so you can pick this up. Again, you can get that at Sephora or maybe Ulta. Look it up. Alright, next is another Naked palette, but this time this is a Naked Ultimate Basics. And again, if you watch my videos, you would know I've talked about this, used this palette plenty of times, love it. And here is what it looks like on the outside. Beautiful packaging, can't go wrong with this. And on the inside, that is what it looks like on the inside. So a little close up, there you go. So obviously, this is all matte colors, so if you're not big into shimmers and glitter and glitz and glam, then this is the palette for you. It's definitely an everyday basic look. It has some colors where you can kind of go beyond the basic look, makeup look, if you know what I mean. I mean, with this gorgeous red, maroony red right here, that's perfect for probably fall colors or something like that, you know? So anyways, all matte colors. Really pretty. I like it a lot. So playing it safe, you can pick this up. That is the next palette. Alright, so going into the next one. And the next palette that I have is the Too Faced I Want Candy, which is this. Alright, this is my next favorite palette currently. And this one I like because, first of all, it smells nice, you know. Not that I really care if a palette smells nice or not, but, you know, I guess it's a perk, you know. I don't open this up every single time and take a whiff out of it, to be honest. But, I mean, I guess it's fun to know that your palette smells nice, right? Okay, so if you don't know already, this is what it looks like on the inside. And the way they have this organized is basically, there's 3 sections, so 1, 2, 3. And obviously you can mix and match and wear the makeup the way you want. I mean, it's your face, do what you want. But the way they have it organized is basically there's 1 section, so they recommend that these 4 colors go together. Then these 4 colors go together. And the next 4 color goes together, right? So that's how it works. These are the base colors. And yeah. So this definitely can put everyday looks to it. You can put a nice fall look to it. You can put a holiday twist to it. It has different colors that works more than just your everyday basic look. So this one I love a lot. I recommend it. I've been using it a lot. Obviously, I haven't hit pan on this because it hasn't been out for that long. It's been out for a while, but not as long as, you know, this baby right here. This is like literally, when I say OG, it is an OG palette. Okay, so that's been out for a while. This hasn't been out for too long, but I've been using it quite a lot. You can tell I've made some marks on each of these colors. So I recommend this. It's perfect palette for the holidays, especially because you can make an everyday look to it. And like I said earlier, you can put a little twist to it where it's not just an everyday look, kind of like a more of a glamorous, glitzy glam look. So yeah. And also, I love Too Faced. And I love Kandee Johnson because they are definitely people who make good makeup because they know what they're doing. Alright, so last but not least, okay, it is the, and forgive me, okay, the palette is a little bit dirty, but that is not the point, okay. It is a beautiful, gorgeous Jaqlyn Hill palette. And let me tell you, this is definitely a product I do not regret buying, okay? I will say that again. I do not regret buying this product. I've bought palettes before where I kind of like, oh my god, it looks so pretty. Everyone's talking about it, raving about it. I jump right in, get it. I use it for like a week or 2, and I'm like, I don't ever use it again. Honestly, I don't use it again ever. But this, number one, when everyone was going crazy about it and they jumped on the bandwagon to buy this palette, I was not one of them, to be honest. I just kind of figured, you know, I don't think I really need this palette. I can't picture myself using these colors every single day. I'm being honest. And then when her first batch sold out, and so we had to wait a little bit, and then her next batch came out, and then that sold out. I'm like, maybe that's telling me something. So I kept watching more reviews on YouTube. I kept reading up on reviews on blogs. I'll look it up and Google it to see what other people said. I just did my research over and over and over. And yes, I heard good reviews. I heard a couple of bad reviews, but honestly, the good reviews overpowered all the bad reviews. And so even though, for me, personally, even though I read all these reviews, it's good information. For me, at the end of the day, I like to actually use the product for myself because everyone's skin texture, everyone's style and makeup, the way they use stuff, it's just different. That's just the way it is. It's different. And so I'm like, you know what? You're getting how many colors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're getting 35 colors for roughly 40 bucks. Yes, there's shipping and handling, but roughly 40, 45-ish bucks. Okay, not too bad. It's not a bad price, if I'm being honest. You're getting a shit ton of colors for a pretty good price. So I'm like, you know what? I'll get it. What's the worst that happens, okay? I get the palette, and if I don't like it, then maybe I'll give it to a friend. I don't know. So I bought the palette. And here it is, okay? And if you want to look on the inside, yeah. If you can tell through the camera lens, I have dived into this camera, or not camera, I have dived into this palette more than I can count on my hands. And I'm being completely honest. So ever since I got this makeup palette, this eyeshadow palette, whatever you want to call it, I have used every single color in this palette. When I wake up to go to work, I do put on makeup, so I have used every color in this palette every day. This is like my first palette I grabbed to go to work to put on makeup. You know what I mean? Just this right here. It has all the colors. It has your mattes, your shimmers. If you want to kind of spice it up a little bit, it has a nice purple, blue, turquoise. If you want to tone it down a little bit, it has your nice, browns and neutral colors. It has your beautiful gold color, rose gold color, pink color, peach color, yellow tone. I mean, come on, I'm listing all these colors and they're just right in front of me. So, I love this palette. This I do recommend, definitely, highly, highly recommend. And I personally like it. I am going to pick up another palette from Morphe. By the way, this is my first time using a Morphe palette and I like it a lot. It's incredible. Does Morphe know who I am? No, they don't, okay? Does Jaqlyn Hill know who I am? No, she doesn't, okay? So, I have no reason to say stuff or say anything that makes them, you know what I mean? I'm not saying stuff to impress them. They don't know who I am. I'm just telling you, it really works. It's beautiful. I like it. It's pigmented. And, ooh, perfect holiday gift. You can pick this up, I believe, at Ulta and probably on the Morphe website. At least that's where I got it. I went on the Morphe website and I picked it up. So they have two different type of palettes. This is the original one, and the other one is the packaging is plastic, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I think it is plastic, but plastic, cardboard, whatever, doesn't matter. This works for me. The colors are gorgeous. Here we go. All right, one more time. This definitely deserves another attention, so take a good look at it. That's what it looks like. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Can't get enough. And this is the last palette I'll be talking about today. Alright, and that is pretty much a wrap, the end of the video, and we will close this session up. If you do like videos like this, go ahead and click that like button down below. Give this video a big thumbs up. Help a friend out, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. That way you are part of the family and you won't miss out on any videos. You can click on that notification bell. Whew. And that is the end of the video. You can follow me on my social media, Snapchat, Instagram, all that good jazz. And yeah. Oh, and all the products I mentioned today will be listed down in the video below, in the description box, and if you read it, then you will know there's a bunch of good information on there, so go ahead and read it. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wherever you are. I'll talk to you next time. Alright, bye!